So looking at the trade, this is crazy. Wow, I got stopped out. And you can see if you look at my MT4, I lost almost 1,004. It's crazy, guys. So this is the trade I just entered right now. And I'm going to explain you guys the reason behind this trade. So after we get the first payout, I received the money. So this is the first trade. And let me explain you the reason why. But before I do that, let's look at the dashboard. Yeah, this is the dashboard. So we requested the payout 8th May 2026. We have already received the payout. We continue from here. So this is where I requested the payout. Here I got the payment yesterday. And this is the first trade, so we continue. So we want to see how much we can make so that we can also request second payout on this day, 22nd May. If you look at the previous trade, we started from April 24th. So we continue trading. So this is the first trade after the payout. This is the certificate I received yesterday. And let's go to payout. You can see it is approved. So right now, let's look at the trade. Before I explain the reason, I'm just risking almost 1,005 on this trade. I don't know what is going to happen, but I'm just risking 1,005 on this trade. I just consider it as high probability trade. That is how I see it. But let's look at how it goes. So let me explain the reason behind this trade. If we go into 1 hour time frame, frankly speaking, since last week, the trend is crazy. We don't know which is which. Previous price action was bearish. Then it shifted to bullish. So after bullish trend, this is where price swept the liquidity below these lows. Buyer stepped in and price mitigated this extreme supply zone. After price mitigated this supply zone, this is where we get the market shift. Price shifted to bearish and we get this BOX. So the expectation was price need to continue with the bearish order flow, but that didn't happen. After this BOX, buyer stepped in again and pushed the price action and breaks through this high. So if you look at the 1 hour time frame, this is where we get some kind of market shift again. But 4 hour time frame, it shows liquidation. 1 hour time frame shows bullish shift. So it's somehow confusing, frankly speaking. So yesterday, after price breaks through this high, that shows 4 hour time frame as a liquidation. Sellers step in and sweep the liquidity below these lows. So if we look at the trend right now, it is somehow crazy. There is no clear trend in the higher time frame. Price swept the liquidity below these lows. Even before price swept the liquidity below these lows, it was bearish. So at least I was expecting price to mitigate this zone and continue with the bearish order flow. That didn't happen. And price breaks through this 1 hour high again. So based on this entry, I'm just focusing on the recent price action. We can see that this is the lowest point that led to this market shift, because I'm just focusing on the recent price action. So if you look at the previous price action, it's crazy. This is where we get this market shift in 1 hour time frame. There is also this market shift. There is also this market shift. So we don't know which is which. And price action here is crazy. So looking at everything in the 1 hour time frame, after this market shift, price need to retrace back to this zone before continuation. This is the expectation. So this is the reason why this trade is not high probability trade, because anything can happen. Looking at the price action is somehow crazy. That is where I go into 50 minutes time frame. So in 50 minutes time frame, since we expect price to retrace more deeply into the 1 hour demand range somewhere around here, because 1 hour time frame, there is this demand range somewhere around here. Price shifted to 15 minutes and 5 minutes bullish order flow. That is where I go into 5 minutes time frame. And looking at the 5 minutes time frame, we can see that this is where price is creating this 5 minutes recent bullish order flow. And this is the reason behind this trade. So I'm just playing within this range from the highest point to the lowest point. This zone swept to liquidity. And after price mitigate this zone, we get some kind of fake market shift. Price will trade back and sweep the liquidity below all of these lows. And this is the reason behind this trade, frankly speaking. There's no valid reason, just this. As I said, it's not high probability trade, but I just want to see how it goes. I'm just risking almost 1,005, 1,006. I'm risking too much on this trade, but let's see how it goes. Anything can happen. And targeting this size. So I'm just risking 1:4. I'm risking 1,000 for, let's say, 5,000, 6,000. This is all about this trade. So I'm going to update you guys how it goes, whether I'm going to hit stop loss or take profit, I'm going to update you guys. So looking at the trade, this is crazy. Wow, I got stopped out. And you can see if you look at my MT4, I lost almost 1,004. It's crazy, guys. Just look at this price action. I got stopped out. Right now, just need to wait. I think like I'm done for the day, but let's see how it goes. Maybe I could see one clear opportunity. And looking at this price action, it's crazy. Just look at this. Crazy, really, really crazy. Because if you go back into 1 hour time frame, price swept the liquidity below these lows. In this moment, I don't know which is which. The price is just somehow crazy. Whether we need to focus on this recent structure, at the end of the day, finally, it is going to reveal its direction. But at this point, I think like I'm done for the day. I don't see any opportunity again. Though this trade, it wasn't that kind of high probability. It wasn't a high probability trade, but I wanted to take the opportunity after I see this kind of market shift, price swept the liquidity below these lows, price also swept the liquidity within this range. I said, okay, let me just risk some dollars. And you can see I lost this trade. So right now, if I look at the dashboard, yeah, this is the dashboard. I'm down 1,370. So after I requested the payout, I'm down 1,003. So still involving. Now the equity is in drawdown. Yeah, this is all about trading. Even if I blow this account, I had already requested 5K in profits. So it is okay. So I'm going to update you guys everything. So let's keep involving.